looking car. This is BeamNG.drive. It's a game about saving up real-world money over the course of years and years and years, and using it to buy really nice cars that you can just kind of look at. There's some really good reflections. You can kind of see a little bit of a reflection there. But yeah, it's basically just a high-quality model simulator. A lot of them look really good.
Yeah.
They're very HD and very beautiful.
Carboys is a comedic let's play of the video game BeamNG.drive. The game is a solid sandbox simulator where you have a lot of customization options for your vehicles and where you can set up realistic car crashes complete with car-crushing physics. It looks so realistic, it's kind of fascinating to look at, and I think that's why Nick and Griffin picked it.
Let me show you a prototype I've been working on.
The basic format of the series has Nick in each episode showing Griffin the cool new thing he discovered you can do in the game.
What a wonderful new toy!
And then the both of them coming up with ways of causing more spectacular damage to cars or pushing the physics engine further. But as the series progresses, it goes from
vehicular body horror simulator
to a sort of emerging narrative. I won't spoil what happens, but I would summarize it as Physics Simulator meets Neon Genesis Evangelion. And transcendental is another good keyword.
Give me those God rays behind it.
Let me get a nice...
Oh, he's
shrugging it?
Formulating.
Alright, so the way I'm making this video, this is going to be the first time I'm seeing an episode from Carboys in about 2 years. So that way you'll get my genuine reaction.
We're back in the wonderful world of BeamNG.drive.
Vroom vroom, strap on your seatbelt, baby.
Yeah, well, that's the classic thing that we do every time we sit down to play this game, but this time something feels a little different to me. I don't know.
Oh, Nick, what have you done to the video game BeamNG.drive?
I chose this very unlucky number right here.
Oh, God, that's a lot of mods, my friend.
But rather than hop into this and spoil it, I think we should just go right into the game. We'll pick a level. We've got the old grid map, the old classic.
They plant almonds.
They weave
a rich tapestry.
Core. It's like by holding down the control key, it covers the car in these little dots here. You see that?
What?
And each of these dots, Griffin, can be manually tugged and yanked.
Oh shit, that's a great discovery, Gage.
So what I did last time was I actually just unlocked the camera.
It's really fun to do this in the game,
just kind of dragged it with me. Oh, I took the door.
That's nice.
But this changes everything. We can get under the car if you want to.
Yeah, maybe grab her by the center.
It's a whole new game.
We can do a fun little surgery. Actually, I can use the scroll wheel to increase the strength of my tug. So by default, it's like a 25% gentle tug. If I rip it up to 100, I can just
god level tug.
This is a god tug.
God tug.
Oh, it's
good.
Oh boy, I stretched
it out a little bit. That is how it would do.
A tire. Yeah. I don't think we need this one. We've seen how the pigeon can operate just fine with only one tire. So let's just shake it off.
Shake that bad boy off there. Okay.
Looking pretty good.
Oh,
but yeah, the ability to do this means I can just, whenever I want, flip back over and go for a little drive.
Yeah.
What is that?
God.
Weird.
Is that God? Is that car God?
In this game, he represents as like sort of a parallelogram.
You see,
I'd like that.
And that's how it becomes lore.
He did make the crushers in his image.
Our parallelogram is a parallelogram. Right here.
Physics looks so cool in this game.
Keep going now. Don't get pinned.
Wheels are still turning.
Don't get pinned 127
Can you
hours.
imagine BeamNG.drive with ray tracing? How good that would look.
You're like, I'm pretty sure it was 127.
I think it was in the 120s. And dingus. So, sorry, switch back to the bus for me now. Go ahead and turn on the stop sign.
Let me depress the U button here. Who is it? Hold on a second. Who is this man? This man is not.
Hey, what?
You should not be driving the school bus.
Can you grab them? Are they a point of articulation?
Oh, Griffin. Griffin.
I'm glad to see Buster.
Great idea.
At least I think that's how he's called.
I'm just trying to like pull him through the windshield. Come on, buddy. Come on.
That looks so painful.
All right. Instability detected. So we're
I'm
kind
not
of
giving up on this. Is now the mission. Screw the cannonball stuff. We're getting the man out of the car.
Operation Bus
Oh, I
Rescue.
gotta
All
love
right,
the
wait.
chugging
What if we
of
could
the
make
computer.
The two missions one mission.
Okay.
This series is as much torturing cars as it is torturing Nick's computer.
All right.
God, it's gonna be
That looks
great.
cool. That looks kind of like
that
James
looks good.
Bond's
Alright.
intros. Looks like...
Oh, buddy.
No.
This didn't work at all. His Jansport
Gosh,
fell
I
off.
hate
His
Mondays,
Jansport
eh?
backpack went.
It's Jansport.
Well, this is the battery. This is what makes the school bus go.
Oh my god.
So we might have to reinstall. Wait, hold on a sec. Sorry, I know a little bit about cars. I know where this goes. It goes right in there.
Yeah, the battery
School
slot.
bus ready for action.
Come on.
Damn, Busto, how you doing in there? Are you liquid yet?
We should check on him on this shot.
Busto's just juiced now.
Oh boy. This thing is sturdy, and well, I mean, this is
Looks
one way.
like
we know
a
that they keep
laser
our
beam
children
shot
safe,
right through the bus.
Well, not the kids in the front row. Well, I think the kids in the front row are still good. Busto's just super.
How many cell phones does he have? What is going
Oh,
on?
he's a drug dealer on the.
There's his burn. He's got his sun chips.
Oh, there's a bag of chips.
Why? I mean,
That's pretty good.
we're examining the crime scene here. It appears the driver was speaking on 2 different cell phones while eating Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips out of his backpack.
Nick, that's the funniest moment of a video game that's maybe ever happened to me.
Let's send this flying.
Throw him up to the sun.
They're true
Yeah,
sun chips
fuck
now.
yeah, sun chips, dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, I want you to
that
grab
was
those
pretty
sun
good.
chips.
I didn't laugh as much as I remember I laughed the first time I watched it. I remember I lost it just like Griffin when they found the sun chips bag. It is pretty amazing though how many things that were modeled into that bus. Like the car battery, I think there was a cell phone or two, some kind of backpack I think I saw in there, and the sun chips. It's pretty funny, you know, off the cuff humor. You can really see how, you know, they've taken their roles. Griffin is there to just be the audience, the audience plant, the kind of the fish out of water, you could say, while Nick knows exactly what mod he put in and, you know, what's new. Probably, yeah, I'm sure he doesn't completely improvise each episode. He probably knows the kind of things he'd like to try. And of course, Griffin might too. But it seems pretty much improvised though, the way it flows. Pretty cool. It's gonna be fun to rewatch it again. So yeah, let's get back to the review. I just got done rewatching Carboys. This is my 3rd viewing of it, and still I had a really good time with it. Like you saw in the previous segment, the show doesn't make me laugh all that much anymore. But when I saw it for the first time back in 2017, I remember laughing my butt off. But watching it again for the 3rd time, I still get the feeling of hanging out with friends and having a good time. And once again, like the first time I watched the series to its end, I had the feeling by the end of it of having been witness to something grand, something beautiful. Let me step back. So Carboys works on 2 levels. On the surface, the show is about Griffin and Nick hanging out, playing BeamNG.drive and trying to entertain themselves and the audience by demolishing cars in the most spectacular way they can think of. This is how the show started, and this is the brunt of the series. 2 guys having fun in a physics simulator. But then you have what sets the series apart, what people have termed the emergent narrative, the part that makes the show a bit like an anime in the vein of Evangelion.
Like, just think it's some sort of dark traveler that visited its curse upon Busto.
Oh my god.
But this is it, man. Like, this is
Jesus Christ.
whole see, like, this.
What in the fuck is this? What?
Has been leading up to this, dude.
But what is an emergent narrative? I hear you asking. An emergent narrative is the inverse of a scripted story. It's a story that develops organically when people interact with a system. A conventional example of emerging narrative would be improvisation. People come up with scenarios and try to work with one another to create a story together. Another example would be role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. There, you have a dungeon master who tries to guide the campaign towards a certain resolution, while the players are role-playing and contributing to the story in their own way, and the game itself, with the randomness inherent to it, is taking the story in yet another unpredictable direction. In the case of Carboys, you have Nick, who's controlling the game and editing the video, Griffin, who reacts to Nick's actions and provides half the comedy, and the game itself, whose limitations bring unpredictability. Indeed, it's because Nick and Griffin embraced those little moments of randomness in the game that the emerging narrative was able to develop. And it's these unplanned events that bring joy and beauty to the whole Let's Play.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
I think that was him trying to tell us.
Please, God.
What? What? Oh, no. Okay. We need to quarantine him. He's too powerful. He's fighting back. We shouldn't have tormented him, Griffin. We didn't know his power. We didn't know his strength. Fuck.
Therefore, what starts out as just a fun hang in a video game quickly picks up a narrative dimension, complete with recurring characters, motivations, backstories, stakes, and even a final goal. So when you arrive at the end, it's not just an arbitrary ending, it's a full-on resolution. A resolution that leaves you a little bit in awe and makes you think back to the previous episodes. It even makes you wonder if you had the right interpretation of what happened, like at the end of every good series. And by the way, if you want to know my interpretation of the Carboys ending, I've put it at the end of the description in this video. Moreover, for this video, I wanted to gather as many fan-made videos as I could, so I put the links in the description too. So for instance, I've linked to this very well-made video by user PsychoCat, who was the first one to speak about Carboys as an emerging narrative. And in her video, she goes further than I at explaining what that is. But now, let's appraise the series so I can rate it. Carboys begins a bit slow. It takes about 4 or 5 episodes for the first major character to be introduced, at which point the show starts gaining traction. And throughout the series, you have stretches of 2 or 3 episodes where the main storyline doesn't budge much. I would say the show really starts to get good around episode 15, when Nick and Griffin have gotten the hang of the controls, have explored the basic tools, and now they're really going all out on mods and on putting cars through hell. That being said, I would still recommend watching the whole series, watching every single episode to get the full experience. To paraphrase what PsychoCat says in her own video, you really have to invest your time in the series if you want, by the end of it, to be able to look back and appreciate the series resolution. Overall, I give Carboys 4 out of 5 stars. Without the emerging narrative, I would probably give it only a 3, because I got a little bit bored watching through it again for this review, and because there are other series on YouTube that make me laugh a whole bunch more. But because I find the emerging narrative compelling, and because the ending never fails to touch my feelings, I'm bumping it up to a 4. Carboys is definitely my favorite series Nick and Griffin made together, and now that Nick and Griffin aren't on good terms anymore, it doubles as a shrine to the beauty of their former friendship.
Fucking car, Nick. We're gonna hold hands and we're gonna fucking go down together and we're gonna see what's underneath.
Hey, thanks for watching! Did you know this is a clip from a longer video? If you want to check out the whole thing, you can click on the screen right now, or look in the description. And while you're there, would you give me a little like and a subscribe? I would really appreciate it.